dancing like a jinx.
There's the jinx dance. You saw it here first. Pokemon nests have changed again, so I'm going out today to investigate. But first, lunch with my favorite Pokemon trainer. In the last nest migration, Pokemon nests generally changed to a species that came before them in the Pokédex. With this recent migration, people are reporting that species have changed to a Pokemon that comes after them in the Pokédex. So today, I'm gonna go to a few familiar nests that we've visited before on this channel and see what's going on. Our first stop today is Southgate Park. This was originally a Scyther nest when the game first released, and in the last migration it became a Staryu nest. According to reports online, it should now be a Jinx nest. And I already see there's still a Staryu here, but there's also a Jinx nearby. So we're gonna keep looking around and see which one is more common. Since there's also a Team Instinct gym here, I figure we might as well train it up and leave some Pokemon. Leaving a Pokemon in a gym is worth 2,000 prestige, so when Cassie leaves something right now, you'll see this gym's prestige go up by 2,000. See, now that her Golduck's in here, it just went up by 2,000 prestige. So I'm gonna train it a little bit more and then leave something of my own. Well, between battles, our first Jinx just showed up at the gym. You want to do that again?
No. So cute.
So there's our first Jinx. Let's see how many more we can find.
She looks so surprised.
Got it. Did you get it?
Yeah, I did.
There's one Jinx. And it's still on the sightings list, so it looks like we're going to be able to find a few more. I gotta finish up this gym now. See you later, dude. So there it is, Blastoise, Lapras, Golduck, Vaporeon. The Team Instinct Water-type gym at Southgate Park. Here she is, Jinx number 2. Got her. Frost Breath, Draining Kiss. I'm looking for a Jinx with 2 ice moves because I still don't have any Pokemon with 2 ice type moves. Third Jinx of the day. I'm really hoping this one has Frost Breath and Ice Punch as a moveset. I already have 2 Jinx with high IVs.
Yes.
Okay. Like I was saying, I already have 2 Jinx that I've hatched from eggs that both have really high IVs. But neither of them have a decent moveset. And I'd really like to get 2 ice type moves. Please, Jinx, please. Oh my goodness. I need to sit down. I need to focus.
Focus.
Can you hold this?
Yes.
Watch this. First try. 2 hands. First try. See what I'm saying? 2 hands, first try. I'm not blaming you guys, but it is a lot harder with the camera in my hand. Frost Breath, Draining Kiss. Still not the one I want. Let's check her IVs, just because. Room for improvement. This is an insta transfer. Goodbye. Let's keep looking. There's another one on the sightings. Here's number 4. Please, please, please. Oh, it's super low CP. Even if it does have a good moveset, it's probably not worth the investment. There's the throw. I'm gonna get out of the way. That was easy. Pound Ice Punch. That's actually not a bad moveset. Pound has really good DPS. Room for improvement. That's another insta transfer. Bye, Jinx. There she is, number 5? 5. Cassie already caught it. I know this doesn't have the moveset I want. Frost Breath, Psyshock. Goodbye. That's another transfer. So one interesting thing that a lot of people have noticed is that Pokemon caught at nests generally have lower than average IVs. So it could be that nests are meant just for farming candies. You come here to catch as many of the same Pokemon as you can to get candies, but if you want to get one that's worth using in battle, it's best to hatch it from an egg. While we're here training up this gym, I want to talk about something that Niantic kind of snuck into the recent update notes. They said that they're working on rebalancing the training battle. Now, what that means is I think they're going to address something that's kind of been exploited recently, which is using super weak Pokemon like Magikarp to quickly train gyms up to max prestige. So I think what we're going to see is a change in the way that prestige is gained and a way that they calculate the amount of prestige you gain from a battle. I'm expecting Pokemon with higher CP to earn you more prestige, meaning if the Pokemon in the gym is stronger, you'll earn more prestige by beating it. Currently, oh, I just lost. I'm sorry guys, I can't talk to you and train at the same time. So let me just finish my thought. Currently, the prestige is based on the difference between your Pokemon and the Pokemon in the gym. If your Pokemon's CP is half of the Pokemon in the gym, you'll gain max prestige, 1000 prestige. And it doesn't matter what the actual CP is, the only thing that matters is the ratio. I think when they update it, they'll probably change it so that the higher the Pokemon's prestige is, the higher the Pokemon's CP is, the more prestige you'll earn. So it'll still be a ratio, but that ratio will scale based on the actual CP level of the Pokemon. That's just my thought, but I think that's the way that makes the most sense to combat this exploit of being able to train things up super quickly using weak and sometimes useless Pokemon. Here's one more Jinx.
There's 2!
Never mind, let me see. Oh, there's the thumbnail right there. We got a double Jinx spawn here. Hopefully one of these has the moves that I want. Which one did you start with? I'm gonna get the other one.
No, I started...
Okay, then I'm just gonna pick one. Again, you know what? I've learned my lesson. I'm gonna put the camera down.
No.
Neither of them?
No.
Got it. 2. And neither of them has the moves that I want. Why, Jinx? I'm up to 10 ice types, though.
Oh yeah, I just got the same thing.
I need to go somewhere colder. It seems like these nest migrations are going to be a regular thing in Pokemon Go. These changes both happened about 23 or 24 days apart, so it seems like once every 3.5 weeks, you're going to see some changes to your local nests. What that means is, if there's a Pokemon in a nest that you want to catch and evolve, make sure you do that because there's going to be a time limit on it. Alright, here's another Jinx. I really hope this is the one. Got it. Let's check. Frost Breath, Ice Punch. But it's only 351 CP. Let's check its IVs. Pretty decent, so still not great. Somewhere between 50 and 67%. It does have the moves I want. But with that CP, it's not worth the investment. Cassie got the same Jinx at 934 CP. We just got one more Jinx with the proper moveset, the moveset I'm looking for. But again, low CP, bad IVs. There's a lot we don't know about nests yet. Like, some nests didn't change in the most recent update, and some changed too. With the last nest migration, some starter Pokemon nests changed and others didn't. So we're gonna head to a Bulbasaur nest and see what happened there.
Yeah, Bulbasaur!
Oh yeah!
This is Ford Park in Bell Gardens, which is a Bulbasaur nest that we visited in a previous episode. And according to the reports online, Bulbasaur nests have either stayed the same or become Charmander nests with the most recent migration. It seems like Ford Park is still a Bulbasaur nest. It seems to me like there might be two different types of starter Pokemon nests. Those that are never going to change, and those that will shift with each migration. Ooh, Nidorina.
Yeah.
I need this. I'm 5 candies away from Nidoqueen. This Bulbasaur nest hasn't changed since the game released. I know La Brea Tar Pits is a Charmander nest, and that hasn't changed. But there are some starter Pokemon nests that change just like every other nest during the migrations. I have a couple eggs hatching now. These are 3 2-kilometer eggs, and a lot of you guys theorize that the Pokemon you hatch from an egg is dependent on the location where you are when you hatch it. Personally, I don't think that's the case because there's evidence that a Pokemon's moves and other information is set when you pick the egg up. So if any of these hatch into a Bulbasaur, that'll be pretty interesting. But again, I don't think that's the case. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
It's a Bulbasaur.
Nice.
Okay. I don't know, you guys might be right.
It's probably a coincidence.
Let's see. It could be a coincidence.
Oh.
Caterpie
Yeah.
and a Magikarp. So 1 Bulbasaur out of those 3 eggs while I'm here at a Bulbasaur nest. That's interesting. I'm definitely gonna have to do a lot more testing on this theory. So I'm gonna do that in an upcoming episode. Cassie has an egg hatching too.
Ugh.
That's not a Bulbasaur. That wasn't even a 2-kilometer egg. Here's Bulbasaur number 2. 2? 2. 639. Well, 3 if you count the one I hatched. This is a big one. Now, on top of some starter Pokemon nests staying the same, there are also reports that some nests for other Pokemon that changed with the first migration stayed the same after this most recent migration. So again, there's still a lot we don't know about how nests function.
It broke out of your Ultra Ball.
This is a difficult catch. Starter Pokemon and Pikachu actually have the lowest catch rate of any unevolved Pokemon in the game. They have the same catch rate as Pokemon like Lapras and Snorlax. So that's why it's so difficult to catch them. One thing I want to say about nests is that we still don't know what exactly qualifies an area as a nest. I've noticed that here at this Bulbasaur nest, so-called Bulbasaur nest, Bulbasaurs don't spawn nearly as frequently as Jinx was spawning at Southgate Park. It's possible that there's a difference between a nest and a habitat, and that the reason that this Bulbasaur nest doesn't change with the migrations is because it's actually just a habitat, an area where Bulbasaur is more likely to spawn, but not necessarily spawning at the frequent rates of a nest. As an interesting note, this so-called Bulbasaur nest extends across the riverbed into the golf course on the other side, which is in a completely different city, and this is a much bigger area than any other nest that I've seen. So this could be further evidence that this is different from regular nests in that the spawns are less frequent and it covers a much larger area. Again, just something to consider. We don't know as much about nests as we think. So our main takeaway for today is that nests have changed. Not all of them, but some. I'm going to link to a Reddit thread in the description that lists some of the possible changes for nests, so you can go check it out and see what your local nest might have changed to. I'm also going to include a link to a nest map. Now, the species in each nest might not be up to date, but you can at least use the map to find nest locations near you. It works as a Google Map overlay, so you can use it on mobile or on desktop, and it has nests listed all over the world. Some places have more nests listed than others, but I'll also link to a Reddit thread where you can contribute to this, but to be honest, I'm not sure if they're keeping up to date with it or not. What is this? One in the middle of the ocean. Oh, it's the link. It's the link to submit. The cool thing is, if you're using this on mobile, you can leave this overlay on. So sometimes when I'm navigating somewhere, I can see the nests on the map as I'm driving past them. At the end of the day, it might be a futile effort to try to map the exact species in each nest, since we're not sure how they're going to change in the future. But we can at least keep track of the locations so you can know where to go if you're looking for consistent Pokemon spawns. Now if there's a Bellsprout nest near you, let me know, because I really want my victory bell.
Me too.
Now, excuse me, it's time for dinner. We're going on one last Pokemon hunt before we leave the condo because a Dratini appeared on the sightings and I've only caught 2, ever. I've figured out where quite a few of the Pokemon spawn points are around the condo, so I'm just gonna walk around and check each of those for this Dratini. Got it. Exactly where I expected it. Actually, I expected it where the Krabby is, but very close.